It's Friday, y'all. What's the word? It's your boy Devil A-Ron.
It's your boy Moss.
And Make Confidential, we back in the building.
Back at it, man.
I know y'all see our usual suspect, aka this bland ass background that we got in the back, which tells you that we back.
Yeah, we back in the cold, man.
I'm sorry, our vacation is over. Our Maccation was over.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. We about to put together a little Mactage.
Yeah, man. Got some videos saved.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. But it was a good time, man. I would say that.
Yeah, it was a great time. It was good with y'all, though. I hope y'all had a great time shoveling out y'all cars, doing whatever y'all was doing while we were in 86-degree weather. Anyways, we're not gonna talk about that.
Showing out.
So I'm just saying what up, but I feel like I'm gonna pull an audible and we're gonna pass it off to Mars.
Yeah, man. So coming back to reality here, back to the grind and everything, but hearing some news over our celebrity news. Our guy Jonathan Majors, now he's been doing good. Our guy's been doing good. He's been in multiple movies. This dude's on the rise. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's good to see, like, black man like himself start from like the bottom and kind of just like climb his way up the ladder. And it was pretty dope. Like, he was in Ant-Man, Creed 3, that Netflix movie, The Harder They Fall. He also had a couple other joints. What's that other one? Lovecraft Country.
I've never seen it.
I never watched it, but I heard it was like pretty good, man. People really enjoyed that show. Like, it's on HBO.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so if you get a chance,
Gotta check that out.
Gotta check it out.
That's all about.
But yeah, sad news though. My man got caught up in New York. Got arrested over some assault charges with a shorty that claimed that she assaulted him. And then
He assaulted her.
he assaulted her. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say she assaulted him?
Yeah.
Oh shit. No, the other way around. My bad.
way.
But she assaulted him. And then now
You said she assaulted him again.
She assaulted him?
Yeah, that's what you said.
Yeah, he assaulted her. Wow, I keep messing it up, bro. People, I'm so sorry. I keep messing it
Friday.
up. But
we ain't got no jungle juice in us.
Not yet. But still though, my guy was accused of assault, and then shorty retracted the statement. Like, what? So, and then just looking at that situation, it's like, Hollywood's gonna look at this man different now.
Oh, he is.
That's it's just something like that always puts a negative image on a man, especially a black man in America.
And they be trying to spin that fucking narrative so hard.
Oh, they already have. I know he had a bunch of like movie deals and all that crazy mess. He have all this stuff lined up for him, and then
I fucking know it.
Boom. You get hit with that. They're probably thinking, I don't know about this guy anymore. That was sad, man. But that's the struggles of a rising star, man. The struggles of a man coming up in this world. He's doing great. And something like this hurts them. It is sad. Because we take more L's than anything. As a man, especially modern men today, because everybody's trying to like get rich.
Quickly, too.
Get rich. If I can sue you and get money out of you, it's perfect. I can just put a negative narrative on you, destroy your image, and you could be the greatest guy on the planet. Meaning, like, you do right by your family, you do right by your relationship, you work hard, you bring in the money, and then
in 5 seconds,
the chick is already on some like, oh, I want a piece of the pie.
In 5 seconds. That's all it takes. That quick call to 911, be like, he hit me. He did this to me. And now, everything that you worked decades to get to is in jeopardy.
That's hard work, man.
Over a 5-second decision.
Yo, it's just.
But then for Shorty to be like, I take it back. Actually, none of this shit happened. So why did you say it? Like, what were you hoping to gain by tarnishing this man's name. You better be rich, bitch, because I feel like he gonna sue you. Like,
I would. If I was in his position, I would.
hell yeah.
But honestly, you know what's going to happen? In my opinion, this is probably what might happen. This man probably just going to be like, well, if this case is dismissed, if they happen to go to court, say if this all blows over, I'm pretty much just going to just stray away from like dating for a while, one. And two, like, I just got to watch my movements now. Like I have, now he's on a swivel.
And that's just not even for a star. That's just for like a man in general.
Damn.
For, because I feel like you don't gotta be rich to be taken to the cleaners. Like, it's men out here every day that go through that with bitter baby moms that just bitter out here, just want to see a motherfucker suffer because he don't want to be with her no more. Or, ex-girlfriends that are bitter because they not with they man anymore, and he got a new girl and he moved on, and now all of a sudden he put his hands on you. Like,
that's sad to me. It angers me because it's like, as a man, I'm trying to do well for myself, but I'm also trying to do well for my family. And I get into I can't even say a relationship. I meet a woman that later on in my career where she sees that I'm doing well, and say if she wasn't the one, bro, she's gonna be pissed off. Say if I was talking to other females, like, yo, I'm not really tying down to one female right now, but I'm just seeking my options, and you're upset that you're not the one. Oh. And it's sad to say, women act off emotions. So once they see that, so I'm not the one, okay, bet. Now I'm just going to destroy your career by accusing you of abusing me, or I'm just going to try to find a way to either get pregnant.
No shit.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna trap your ass. I'm gonna find a way to trap in your ass. And I'm not stating that like all women have that idea.
Yo, and don't get us wrong. It's not all y'all. I said if you not bitter and you not one of those people who hold on to shit, because it just be some people, and man or female, or what male or female. It don't matter. There's some of us that could take our wounds, lick our wounds, and move on. And then there's some people who really can't do that, and they not strong enough to do that, and so they hold on to shit, and they do shit like fucking key your car, or fucking hit that Jasmine Sullivan and bust the windows off your car. just do something fucking crazy because it shit ain't work out in their favor. And
don't touch my car, bro.
Yeah, don't touch my car.
But go ahead. I'm just saying, don't touch my car, bro. That's crazy. Like,
but you get what I'm saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, they're bitter. Like, it's just some bitter ass people out here in this goddamn world.
No, for real. Because there's always some people that have more than others, and they just try to find a way to get a piece of the pie.
Mm-hmm. And it don't even gotta be women. You know what I'm saying? It could be somebody in your own neighborhood who see you doing well for yourself, and you working hard, and you getting places, and the first thing they want to do is take it from you because they don't gotta work that hard to get it.
Yeah. You get you a nice icy chain or something. I mean, granted, I'm not a fan of like wearing jewelry that much, but like, say if you earn,
I don't got nothing today, like,
but to say, okay, you get a nice little icy chain or something, nothing crazy. But it's real. It's not no Cupid zirconia.
Right. You know what I'm saying? It's real.
You worked hard for that. Like, you earned it. You
just
bought it.
Dude who just want to walk up on you and take it just because he feel like he can.
Yeah. Oh, it's crazy.
Until he run up on the wrong one.
Then I really give you what you want. Want to take something? Take something else.
Judged by 12 or carried by 6. You feel me? Anyways, but it's true. You know what I'm saying? I always tell people too, like, respect is the hardest thing to get and the easiest thing to lose.
No, for real.
That same is for your career. A career is so hard to gain
Takes a lot of work.
It takes a lot of work, but it's real easy to lose. And all it takes is something like that. Some crazy person won't call the police, talk about he hit me and he beat my ass in the middle of the street on some Jussie Smollett shit, and making up a bunch of shit that never happened, and then all of a sudden you in jail for some shit that you never even did, and you know what I'm saying?
You're the bad guy at that point. But like, even going to like the court system. Say if they was to take it to court, bro. We as men, we're like the losing. We're already taking an L just walking into that courtroom. Until like,
because as a man, you guilty until proven innocent.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, in the court system, women are innocent until proven guilty.
So say if we go in that court, I'm already losing. Jury's looking at me up and down like, oh, look at this black man. Oh, he got braids in his hair. Oh, yeah.
Oh, we got a special guest.
Boy,
Come here.
I got you.
It's our young guy, our young king here, our rising star here. This is what we live for, people. This game called life. This is what, as men, this is what we live for. For this young king right here.
Say hi.
Say hi to the camera, man. Say hi to the camera. He's camera shy, but well, he will look at it. But yes, this is what we work for. So as men, like, we dedicate our lives, and I say it's a struggle for us because we dedicate our lives working hard for our family, and we make sure that we have something. God forbid if something happened to us, we have something for them, so they can live life a little bit easier than when we had growing up. And going back to the court system, like, yes, it's hard. When we walk in that court system, we take L's. We take L's until we win the case. My guy's gonna depart for a second, but we take L's going to these courtrooms. We have to fight hard just to make sure that we win. And in some cases, yes, we know that the judicial system is 60-40 when it comes to women against men. We already at a loss until we have to prove ourselves innocent, or we prove ourselves that we are not in the wrong. But that's what we go through, people. We go through this every day. Not even just in the court system, but just in life. And today we're gonna dedicate this episode to our men, our modern day men that goes through the struggle every day just to make sure that they got money to feed their family, a roof over their heads, and clothes on their back, and food to feed their families' mouths, you know? That's what we go through, man. We work hard, man. It's a struggle to be a man today because there's so many standards as a man that we have to achieve and live up to. When it comes to being in a relationship, you got to be the protector. That's your job. You always got to be the knight in shining armor. You got to make sure you are protecting your family at all costs. You're at the front lines. You're the shield to your family. Financial, you got to make sure that you have a job, so you make sure that all the bills is paid. You know, no romance without finance is what we've been told as youngins. But I would say this: we have seen like the downfalls of our fellow men growing up, our uncles, even like certain older men that we've worked with. Like, they told us their story about how some of them had a downfall revolving their lives around certain women, you know? So going back to Jonathan Majors, who had to deal with this situation, just imagine your average Joe. Welcome back, brother. Your average Joe get involved with a young woman, thinking everything is good. Just minor hiccup, or just like a what like a text message,
Text message, a phone call, even
phone
just
call, or even encountering a woman outside, like the mall or the market or something like that. Yeah. So some of our relatives and friends dealt with some harsh women that put them behind bars, and they lost a lot.
a lot.
You know, job. You know, goodness.
Ooh, yeah.
Job. Some of them lost their licenses because child support came into play, and now they lost their license. What else? A roof over their head, because once you go to jail, I mean, who's paying the rent?
Yeah,
it ain't you anymore.
Listen,
So.
if you think about it, you go to jail, you losing job, car, house, license, all types of stuff that you had and you was doing well with. And because you decided to mix up, that's just so crazy how you can have it all one day, and just by being mixed up with one person, you could just lose all of it. Like just
Just one person can really mess up everything. Everything. Like, just being in a relationship with that one individual. Because, women take L's too.
yeah.
Women take L's. But, like, men, we take major L's. We take major L's. Because once she gets involved and you guys have, like, a disagreement and it goes further than what it is, it can get far to losing your job, bro. I don't know how. Like, I don't know if the police be contacting about, but listen.
Hey, you know your boy put his hands on his girl today.
Just letting you know, he ain't gonna be at work for a few days.
Yeah. So and it could be 3 to 5 if he
So proven innocent, yeah, he might be serving some time, 3 to 5 years. So don't expect him to come in. That freaking sucks, bro. That
And then when you
sucks.
get out, it ain't like you can get another job.
Yo, it's hard. Once you got that on your record, it's hard to bounce back from that, for real. And on top of that, what? You are looked at negatively because women are gonna be like, oh, why you went to jail for? Say if you was to get back into the dating scene after that.
Yeah, what'd you go to jail for? Oh, because my last shorty. I'm sorry, y'all. Listen, I'm here, but I'm on double duty today.
He's on dad duty.
So forgive me.
But don't worry, you got at least 1 out of 2 of us to hold it down. But it sucks, man. You're a man trying to strive in America, and these are the L's that you take. So this is a struggle. So that's why, even let's go simpler than that. You go to the gym. You see a nice looking female. Now I know women kind of just, when they work out, they're trying to work out in peace. They put their headphones on. They're trying to, do their little, cardio, maybe the leg lifts. Did I say that right? Leg presses. There we go. Do the leg presses. Try to get their body together. All right. And, maybe a man might look over like, oh, okay. All right. She's doing her thing. Now you're about to get outed because now you're looking at this woman and she feels, for some odd reason, she feels uncomfortable. My man's about to die over here. She feels uncomfortable, and you only just looked at her for like 2 seconds.
If that.
Now you're being recorded. You're being put on TikTok. Now you're being called a creep. And all you did was just look at her just for like maybe 10 seconds or something as she was working out and just kept it pushing.
And you might have said like, what's good?
You don't even have to say anything, bro. You just looked at her. You just happened to look, and she just like, oh, what are you looking at? Like, I did see a video where a woman, she outed this dude because he was like maybe 20, 30, 40 feet on the other side of the gym, and she was about to work out, and she was just like, oh, what are you looking at? And he's like, what? It's like, what are you looking at? So she pretty much put him out on like social media, like, oh, I'm trying to work out, and this is what I get. Blah, blah, blah. It's crazy. Excuse the children, the child, and possible puppy. You know, it is Friday.
We not editing this.
Not at all.
This is real life. This is
every
what we
day.
as men.
This is every day.
This is what we deal
Part of
with.
Fridays.
You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
man.
This is what happens in my house.
And on top of that, we got to introduce to you our young king, man, our young rising star, man. I mean, eventually, he better make it to the NBA.
I'm hoping so. I'm trying to get him. Jeremiah, you gonna buy me a house?
You said why? It's
No.
yes. He's gonna buy him a house, okay? We're gonna guarantee that he makes it to the
I'm working
pros.
on that jump shot. He buying me a house.
Either you play football, baseball. Either he plays football, baseball, or basketball.
Definitely gonna be football or basketball. Baseball, I don't know.
Yo, they get paid.
His
bro.
hand-eye coordination ain't really.
It got to be worked on, but I mean, he'll get there. But that's what we live for as men. Is what we live for. But you know, I would say women should teach their daughters. I was actually looking at a video, and a woman did bring up a good fact. Like, women should teach their daughters not to put their hands on men.
Yeah, you know, my mother used to always be like, you know, if you woman enough to put your hands on the man, be woman enough to get hit back. Like,
Yeah, exactly. But you know, at the same time, it's like, I know our mothers told us to, like, yo, somebody hit you, you hit them back. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? They didn't describe of like who it could be, but they just say, yo, if you get hit them back. And that's true. Like, we abide by those rules, you know what I'm saying?
hey,
But at the same time, it's just like we gotta let our
exactly.
our females know that, oh, I know y'all react emotionally. Check your emotions before you start putting your hands on a man. Just because it just looks, you don't want to get your ass whooped. As a woman, you don't want to get your ass, especially if you drive a man to the point where he's like angry. And I understand, yo, sometimes we can be dumbasses or jackasses. Excuse my language around the kid, but sometimes we say things to kind of make y'all upset. But like, yo, don't put your hands on a man if you don't want to suffer the consequences. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you could drive a man to the point where he blacks out. He blacks out because you're throwing all these haymakers at him. You know, you throwing punches to the face, you're kicking him. You know what I'm saying? At some point, a man will get tired of that. As much as you try to walk away, and you still, what is it? Oh, I can't even speak. Let's say persistent. You're so persistent on the hitting on him as he's trying to leave the scene. Eventually, you're gonna get tired of it, and he might retaliate. That's the last thing you want. I don't like promoting domestic violence, you know what I'm saying? You know, but sometimes I don't know. These chicks, man, they be thinking they do.
Listen, sometimes, you know, women get into that position where they feel like they can hit a man because they know that a man ain't gonna hit them back.
Yeah, that's in most cases, man. Yeah, that's in most cases. That's in most cases, like, you know, women.
I mean, and if he's raised by chances are he's not gonna hit you back.
He's gonna try to walk away.
There is a good chance he's gonna call the sisters.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And when Big Cheryl and them come show up at your doorstep,
Yo, don't be scared of the smoke.
come to walk a mud hole in your behind and walk it dry.
Don't think like, oh my God, I didn't think he was gonna actually.
I can't believe he
bring
called
these
his
ladies.
sisters. This was between me and him. Yeah, it was
They're
between me
showing
and you.
up at my front door.
Until you put your hands on me. Mm-hmm. Now my sisters and my cousins are coming to put their hands on you. Okay.
And they come and squatted. Squatted, because you know.
That's right. They coming with Big Cheryl in them.
Because we know once they get part of a domestic situation, oh, there's no questions. We over there. We over there. So ladies, don't put your hands on
Doesn't,
right.
doesn't believe somebody put their hands on my. Listen,
We
we
over
coming
there.
for that ass.
We coming forward. But you know, for women, just teach your daughters and also teach your sons. If you're a single mom, and
Just
you're
teach your
raising-
kids in general to keep your goddamn hands off other people, okay?
True. Protect themselves though.
You
Teach
don't
them
have to
protect
worry.
themselves.
Right. Teach them to protect yourself. Teach them, if they put their hands on you, you might have to get them with that Roy Jones, 3-piece with the French fries. You know what I mean? But like in general, in a relationship, teach your sons and your daughters to keep your goddamn hands off each other. Listen. You can get really far in life in a relationship by just having a goddamn conversation. You ain't gotta be and then I told your dumb ass and then, what's all of that? Like why y'all do what's all that shit? Like why y'all do that? And then y'all get mad when somebody slaps the shit out you.
I got aggravated just a little bit. He's only just telling the example. I'm just like,
why y'all do this shit? What is this shit?
but no, for real, like men, watch out. Just be mindful of the women you have in your life, because
You're only as good as the company you keep, man.
honestly, I hate hearing stories like this. Like Jonathan Major should have never even had to deal with that situation. Honestly, he shouldn't even had to deal with that situation. But since it got brought up to him and he had to deal with all of that, like I can't say he dodged a bullet, because it could have got worse. But
He did
still.
get lucky. I will say he got
He
lucky.
got a little bit lucky on this one, but it's never that case. It's never the case in reality for us. As us regular Joe Schmoes, like it doesn't go down like that. Like it gets to the point where sometimes females take it to the point where they'll call up like people to get jumped, robbed, all that kind of mess. You're a regular man on a rise. Black man on the rise. Like, that's,
Work so hard to get where you need to be.
Yeah, black man on the rise, and you got to deal with that. Woman just upset that she's not the one. Because that's what I feel. Like, you got upset. You try to grab his phone. Because that's what happened, people. She tried to grab his phone and was upset. So you just mad because you wasn't the one, shorty?
Damn. Ain't nobody ever told y'all no before? See, that's the thing. Women are always so used to winning. Y'all so used to winning that when somebody tell y'all no, all of a sudden it's a problem. Men get turned down all the time, and we just expect to take that shit. Hey, I told you no. Just accept it. Well, we as men, when we tell you no, just accept it.
We get denied all the time.
We get denied all the time. We put in 77,000 applications a year. Get 2 responses, but
once you hear no, because women don't suffer enough consequences.
You got it.
That's why I feel
that
a woman don't suffer enough consequences because they're a woman.
Sorry.
In my opinion, I feel as though a woman, since she don't get turned down enough, or people don't say no to her as often as what men do, sometimes she would feel some type of way.
can you imagine just being a woman, especially a woman who's good looking, right? Let's just say you're a woman, you go down and drop that gorgeous. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And then you meet a young man and you think he hit it off right, but he just don't mesh with you. Excuse me. Cut that out. But you just don't mesh with him. And all of a sudden it's just like, you know what? I think you're a great person. I think you're a good girl. But, for me, it's not going to work. Now, all of a sudden, somebody just told you no. And in your mind, because you think you're the prize, you're like, wow, he told me no? Mm-hmm. He said no to me? Me? You said no to me?
Yeah, they do feel some type of way.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, especially if okay, let's put the scenario out there. You meet a chick at the club or something. Like, shorty try to pull up on you. She cute, but you be like, nah, I'm good.
It's the neck roll.
What? You denied this? Nah. And that's where all the insults come out.
And you a bum anyway. I saw you pull up in your Honda Civic. You ain't
you get called
you dressed like a bum. Well, that bum just told you no.
Exactly. You ain't it. Just accept that. But yo, that's a struggle that we deal with, man. And honestly, as men, we should take more pride into ourselves and work on ourselves and really try to make sure that we find the right person out there for us. Because honestly, that situation right there, no man should ever have to go through that situation. No man. Straight, gay, doesn't matter. You shouldn't ever have to deal with somebody like that. That's
You know, it all goes back to the fact that everybody don't deserve to be around you.
hell no.
You're gonna have to start picking and choosing the people that's gonna be around you. We gotta start doing a better job. Because some of these peoples are really good people, and some of these people are leeches. Excuse me.
Yeah, so now there is some leeches out there, man. Because as soon as you get into a successful position and you start doing well for yourself, yo, sometimes there will be some people
All of a sudden they come out the woodworks. They jumping out of bushes, coming out of manhole covers,
throwing out business ideas.
throwing out
at
business
you.
ideas. All of a sudden, everybody got a smart business mind. Let me be your manager.
But yo, so I see that you getting this amount now, so you know, like, I just feel that even though you my boy, I feel like we should be a part of blah blah blah, which is cool. You can you can pitch those ideas, but you know, when you hear that more than just once, when you got more than one person just trying to throw some business ideas at you, or even just trying to get something out of you, yo, you get aggravated. You can just start distancing yourself away. That's why you gotta be around people that is good for you.
Boy, get up.
Yeah. The consequences of being a parent. Gotta keep eyes on them
At all times.
all times. But we also gotta teach. We gotta keep eyes on them, but also teach. They gotta learn. Teach. That's why I would say, for me, I gotta be more of a good role model. I wanna teach. I wanna show that we're some good men out here.
And there are good men out here.
Yeah.
You know
You
what
will
I'm saying?
struggle.
I have my son 50% of the time. I do. You know, this week, I have him 5 days out of the 7. Next week, and it's a flip flop,
Hey.
But I think one of the things that we as men, we don't do in these situations where we end up having kids is we don't communicate with the other parent, because everybody want to be right out here. Everybody want,
Somebody's right.
somebody got to be right somehow, and it becomes less about the child and more about trying to prove your point. But
Yeah.
I do the best I can to communicate with his mom, and here we are. So, but
Yeah, man. Well, but yeah, that's why this is what we live for. That's why I go back to it, because this is what we live for in life, man. We struggle as men. Doesn't matter what the preference is, man. As a gay man, as a straight man, like you struggle as men in this world. You're always accountable for all your decisions. You are expected to meet certain standards in life. You are expected to be at the front lines when shit gets real. You are expected to be the protector. You are expected a lot of things, and we do not get praised for it, because that's what we're supposed to do. So as men, we always got to keep ourselves at a high standard.
and shout out to all the people shout out to all the men who actually get up every day and bust their ass and do it either for their family or for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Shout out all the single dads out here who try to make a way out of no way, and shout out all the single dads who I hope try to find a way to be a better dad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In the 90s, we, those of us who were born in the 90s and had to have dads in the 90s, they weren't really good role models, because half of them had you and then went off and started another family. But
10 miles down the road.
10 miles down the road.
Yeah.
And then the other half just went missing, you know what I'm saying? And then the other half just went to the store for cigarettes and didn't come back for 20 years. So it's sit down.
Man.
Right.
But yeah, man. And shout out to the family, man. Family men, I should say. These are the guys that's trying to keep their families close knit, close together, and just trying to beat that statistic, man. especially now, especially black men today. We all try to beat. We try not to beat statistics, but we try to beat the statistics.
We try to
I
stay
can't
out
even
the
say
system.
it
We
correct.
try to stay out the system as best we can, man.
Yeah, man.
And
I
the
hate
only way we
being-
do that is by beating the system, man. You know,
Because I hate being part of the example, the original example of black men. First of all, we was able to get past the age of 21, which is great because it's hard growing up in these rough neighborhoods. So we made it past 21, you know, and most of us didn't have children at an early age, you know what I'm saying? And that was great. And now we're able to advance in our working lives and get into careers and making decent money and not promote gang violence. Like none of us is part of gangs. None of us is on drugs. None of us is, you know, slumped out on the corner somewhere. Like we held it down as the Mack family. I can't speak for all, but
we talk about us though.
I'm talking about us. Like we beat those statistics, man. And for the men who out here who are beating the statistics, I praise you. My hat goes off for you because you're holding it down. And that's what we are. We got to just teach our young men to hold accountability and teach them responsibility so they don't end up in the wrong path.
It's time to reach back. Show these young boys the path that we walked. Mm-hmm. And I'm not trying to make him walk the same path I walked. I just want him to follow the same path that I was
Decent
on.
path.
And then once he gets to the end of my path, and it's time for him to pave his own way, you know what I'm saying? Then I would hope he would continue down the positive path and make a way for himself and find a way to be successful for him so he can get where he need to be. And that goes for all the other young men in our family. Shout out to y'all, Baby Z,
Ethan,
Cam,
This one?
Lil Dane. And you know what I'm saying? Just show them right from wrong. You know what I'm saying? We got to be the examples that we didn't have, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? We had to turn ourselves into a positive example first, so then we can reach back and show these young men that there are other ways out here than
yeah. Like I said, man, this is what we live for, bro. This is what we live for. But congratulations to this guy, man. Well, I can't say congratulations, but let's applaud to our fellow MA Confidential, our fellow Mac family here. A right here, father holding it down, showing great positivity to his son. He's not a part of no gangs. He got to live to raise his young king and show him the guidance, man. Because in some cases, some fathers don't really be there for their children, man. But you holding it down, bro. You don't get enough praise.
Yeah, and that goes for all men who
I pat
who-
you on the back.
I appreciate you, sir. I appreciate you, sir. What happened? Tell him to get out of your seat.
There you go. But
There you go. You good. You know, and when it's your turn, if it's you know when if you decide to go that route, I know you gonna pave the way for your young king or queen, whatever you decide that you want to have.
My young king and queen, man. Eventually.
It's ain't no book. You know what I'm saying? There is books, but I don't follow those books. All that gentle parenting bullshit that they teach and all of that
Hell nah.
other bullshit that they teach. You know, if it works for you, that's great. But I'm a little bit of both. I'm a little bit of old school, new school. You know what I'm saying? So it's,
Hell yeah.
you know.
Mainly old school.
I keep some of that old school shit
Yeah, I was
away.
about to
You
say,
know? I
mainly
can't
old
pop
school.
off all these. I keep, yeah.
Only behind closed doors. But
Closed
listen,
doors.
I told
Listen,
you not to touch
him that ass up behind closed doors, but you know, it is hard, and I applaud all my fellow single dads that's out here and that's really getting to it, trying to show their kids the right way, show him what to do, show him what. Hey, what you do to him? All right, you can stay up here for now. Get down.
Listen. I know.
Yeah, man.
Papi.
Like I said, man, this is what we live for, bro. This is what we live for. This is why we live life as men.
Cut it out.
As men, this is what we live for. Bring kings like him into this world
Papi. Papi.
so that, you know, our lives, our generation, our
Papi. Papi.
names carry on, man. The genetics carry on, bro. So, yeah. So, as we struggle as men, the real prize is this right here.
Exactly.
Papi.
We live life, we go through hell, man. But this is what we live for, right here. So, for all my guys, keep working hard, keep striving for your goals, and of course, watch out for the women, man. Certain women, like,
Yeah.
ladies, don't feel offended as we talk
We're not
this
talking
episode.
about you.
But-
But y'all know who you are.
We got to talk to our kings out here to, you know, keep an eye out for them bad ones.
Papi.
Cause you know what I realized that, you know, just to kind of not put it in his ear, but like, you know, all the decent women are surrounded by hoes.
Yeah.
All the decent women are surrounded by hoes, man. The strong ones is always surrounded by.
You when you
someone.
approach that decent one, you be like, girl, don't do it, girl.
They're always trying to hold her back from like finding a good man. Like, oh, he ain't none of that. He ain't no.
He ain't want that,
ball.
girl. He drive a Civic. Girl, that's not what you want.
That could change all. That could all change by just having her in your presence, and you can actually strive and become something better. But you know, there's always the whole friend that kind of just like the bitter one. She always got some issues, and she always got failed relationships.
Cause she keep choosing wrong.
She don't know how to choose right, but she be choosing. She be choosing them. She be picking them. She be choosing them, and when you have that decent friend, they always trying to corrupt their mindset. So, ladies, stay away from your whole friends.
Stay away from them.
Stay away from them whole friends. I know you want a good man. Stay away from them home friends. Stay away from them hoes. Separate yourself. So, this guy's on dad duty. But Mac family might have to call this the end of the Friday night shenanigans, man. We're gonna get back to being adults, dads, and goddads.
You know, but it was listen. But you know, I was glad actually that they got to see this though. You
Oh
know?
yeah.
I know y'all usually see me without my kid, but this is what I be dealing with when I don't be on camera.
Yeah, man.
So
I'm glad y'all able to see what we actually work hard for, man. I mean, granted, he's a little clumsy, but you know, we'll get it together. We'll get it together.
You don't got running back legs, not yet.
Hey, you gotta work
We're gonna
on
see.
those.
We want to work on them. They're a little wobbly, but
But yeah, man.
all that head he got to carry on his shoulders.
Oh, for real. Yeah,
But yeah, yo, listen, Max family, man. We ain't really have like nothing crazy to talk about. We did want to just talk about this Jonathan Major shit though, because you know this is real life, man, and it's crazy how just one minor situation can turn into like a lifelong just lesson that you need to learn. And sometimes you don't even be ready to learn that lesson, but you put in those predicaments where you ain't got no choice. And I think he got lucky this time, and hopefully Hollywood don't hold that against him. You know what I'm saying?
not either, man.
You know, sometimes people make mistakes, and those mistakes don't really equal who they are as a person. So we got to get out of that mindset that if somebody make the wrong decision or somebody make the wrong choice, that defines who they are as a person, because that's not true. We have our ups and downs. We have our bad days. We have our good days. And sometimes with social media and cameras, people catch our bad days more than our good days. And
they focus on
and
it
they
too.
focus on it. You know what I'm saying? We could do 977,000 good things and then do one thing wrong, and that's the only thing they want to focus on. Will.
He's separate.
Y'all need to watch that Marlon Wayne stand up. That shit was funny. That shit was funny. It's on HBO Max. You need to watch it.
Yeah, I caught a snippet of when he was talking about the Jada Pinkett.
Yeah, it was funny. That shit was funny.
Yeah.
But other than that, Mac family, man, that's just pretty much all we had, man. We just here chilling, man. We got little Mace, little MA Dollar Sign E over here, and
All right.
we just chilling.
Yeah. But we appreciate y'all tuning in, listening, and of course, please like subscribe, and comment.
Hit
and
that
share it.
notification bell. Share it.
Share it.
Share
man.
it with your mom, your grandma's friend, her best friend, your uncle, sister's, baby daddy's best friend's cousins, auntie's third cousin's best friend's husband's sister.
And that exists too. That exists.
Share it with them too.
Share with everybody.
Share it with the world, Mac family.
We here dropping some gems, man. We dropping some shit.
Look out for that Mactosh.
Yeah, man. A bunch of it. We gonna set up some clips, man, about what we went through our little vacation, man. Not even too
still,
crazy.
Fuck that security guard at Casablanca.
Sons of bitches. We're gonna be back too. We're gonna be back. We ain't forget. Yeah, exactly. Yep.